Okay, another video, another offline game. This time I'm going to show you two offline games. Now, if you are planning to be offline, or looking for games to be offline in case online doesn't work for whatever reason, and you love Star Wars Battlefront, the new ones, I would recommend downloading both, just because both is a complete package in offline mode. Because without online, there are some aspects from both games that you cannot play. So this one is going to be the first Star Wars Battlefront. Yes, you'd be surprised that you can actually play offline. They have some minor missions, but the bread and butter is the assault squads. Try to avoid that for copyright reasons. I see I'm a little tilted. I don't know if there's more maps than that. I'm sure there is. So you won't get all of the maps, but you can play the assault. Unlike in Battlefront 2, where you can only play the assault online. And it is local. I don't know if you can see that. Yes, you can. Yes, it is split screen local. Let's go ahead and get in it. Everything is there. And if the PlayStation DRM is true, which we're getting close to the first checkpoint, which is the 15-day, if you bought a game in March and onward, you need that 15-day checkup. So we're not there yet. I think we're on day 9 or 10. I'll look. All the dates have the games. But as you can see, everything works. It's a full battle. All the AI is there, and the AI is actually pretty good. You can increase their difficulty. So while this gameplay is playing, I'm trying to figure out if we need to combine the arguments of the PlayStation Sony with the Denuvo, because seeing the Denuvo move, I can see a giant loophole that the companies can exploit. Because if I was taking on PlayStation, I think I'd do a pretty good job, and I might even win. But what I wouldn't win is, okay, then we'll hire Denuvo to make DRM for all the games from here on out, and now we need an online checkup. And when I said in the previous, either the previous or the previous video, where I said that, well, then it needs to state that it needs to be stated on that it has to have online, then I just be for the California state law, what was it, AB 2426, I believe it was, and then we're just back to square one. So I think I need to combine the arguments. Again, a lawyer, if I talk to a lawyer, will clean all these arguments up. For sure. I'm going to tell them all the arguments that I have, all the things that need to be discussed, or what I think should be discussed, and give examples of, how we own our stuff. So So that's what this whole process is for. We've already done this process twice. The first process was 26 days, 26, 28, and then this process is going to be 32. And if everything passes, then we own our stuff. They are choosing to take it away from us. So that's going to be the argument for we need ownership. There cannot be no, this is a license. Or if we're going to use the definition of the license, sorry, choked on my own spit. If we're going to use the, shit, I lost my train of thought. Damn it. Oh man, I was on a tangent. I know what the last thing I said, but I don't know where I was going with that. So the 32 days is going to be, if it's all clear and done, then yeah, I'll be using that as evidence for sure. Looking up, and I'll be again rereading all of the three main court cases that I have loaded up, ready to read. I read up to page 7 in one of the first ones. I forgot what the name was, but it had to do with the clicking, where you accept the terms of service and you're not reasonably told. That case, I think, will work in my favor. I'll post below the 3 cases I have in mind, and I'm doing the full read. So the first case I think is 35 pages, so I'm gonna read all of it. And then we can talk about, I don't want anybody to panic. Be angry, be upset, and make sure it gets you active, but don't panic. We are still in this fight. I heard about the Virginia thing. It sucks, but I think this was the shot that is going to change the course of history in our favor. I think it's going to wake up a lot more voters, and they are not going to vote Republican. It's just going to change, I think, for the better. We shall see. I have I hope is a good guy that I'm listening to, of looking at the polls and all the data of the elections and stuff. And even he says, like, even it might be a small change, but he still sees the Democrats winning the House overall. I haven't seen anything on the Senate yet. The Senate is still up in the air in terms of if we're going to get control or not. And it would suck if we don't get control. It would really suck. And we're getting more hints of AOC running for president, which she needs to change. Pelosi has had a leash on her for a while now, and that needs to change. Pelosi, you need to disappear, please, because you're holding the Democrat back, as well as Chuck Schumer. But Pelosi, AOC, we see a lot of potential here. That's why the people still surrounding her. I recently saw her speech. I personally did not like it. I didn't really understand much of it, and the way she's speaking is not very confident. She plays a lot of word salad to me, and I didn't like her elegant speak. But people did. So if we're going to rally around her, it depends on the candidates that are on the field. But if it comes down to it and she has the lead, we need to consolidate. We need to we need to have a plan to make sure that we win the presidency. And after this, we need a plan for the after. We cannot just keep doing this over and over again, where we're reacting to Republicans, where they pass a law and then we have to fight like hell to get it back. And that's if we don't get a watered down version by the Democrats, because the Democrats like to be against it until the Republicans pass it, but when they get back in control, they don't rescind any of the orders. This is how our democracy got eroded, because the Republicans would pass something and the Democrats would defend it and reinforce it. So like George W. Bush, the Patriot Act, Obama expanded the spying potential on Americans. And of course increased the bombing by, I think it was 1,000%, 500%, something super high that I read, where generals were discussing, just like the generals are discussing now, about potential armament shortage. That's enough of this game. Let's go to number 2. This is a long load when you first get in. Okay, start right here. Nope. Start over here. Stupid copyright system. See, I'm able to play Team Deathmatch, or I can play the Starfighter mode, which is cool. I can play the campaign. There are also missions, and then this is where I go to instant action. This is where I was reading the description. This is a cool intro. Let me skip the load. Yeah, this is a cool intro. Just watch. I'm in this dusty cave. Can't see anything, and then when I run out, it's a full-blown war. I was not ready for it, and it was dope. Yeah, I wish I wanna play the Geonosis Assault offline. That would be nice. That's my favorite map because the battles are huge. You can see everything. But it is what it is. You can still play Geonosis, just not the assault mode. It would be this mode. Yeah. And unfortunately, unlike the first game with the split screen, you can't play these big battles in split screen. You can play only the missions that are curated, or team deathmatch. That's it, or versus. So there is, I guess there is a bit, but I would have liked to have battles like this to play with, where we're pushing up the front lines. Yeah, I never actually, as long as I had this game, I've never played on this map, so this was a nice, not fresh air, but it was something new that I haven't seen before. Never seen this map. I guess because I do play a lot of the Clone Wars stuff. That's really what I play all the time. I don't really go for Galactic. And then I do like to throw shade on the new trilogy, but I do play the new trilogy, but just because Rey's in there, I do have a man crush on her. She is gorgeous. But the movie's not good. I heard that Disney wants to get rid of those as canon, which is, I guess, I mean, you made them, so if it's canon or not, it don't matter to us. Blasted in the face.
Same as always.
Unfortunately, I don't do too good with Luke here.
No time for backup.
Of course, the AI, it seems to be pretty good. Didn't know that the acid was acid. I thought it was just green liquid. I was just trying to stay alive.
Stay there.
Needless to say, I lost this round. But I did try it again. This time I went Princess Leia. Oh, wait. This is actually a good scene here. Because I chose a different position. Yeah. And this is what I mean when I talk about how Sony would owe money to companies, and I would argue for that because they wasted dev time to make this all offline. If it was gonna be offline check to where you need to be online eventually, then this mode is useless. Why would you waste time and effort and money to make a offline mode? It doesn't make any sense for a temporary thing. Let's get to the Princess Leia.
From now on, you do as I tell you.
Star Wars is still pretty cool. Even though it's died down, we can still enjoy the classics.
Watcher, upon that.
Yeah, it's too late. Sorry, Chewie. This is where I... Oh, not yet. No, this is where it gets a little boring. Because we kick them out, and then they don't get to fight here. This is where... Oh, I don't want to say it yet. It's not a big surprise, but I love the moments. Because it just happens. It literally just happens. Yeah! Let's go get him. And I have the voices down, but they're actually talking to each other. It was hard to tell who was who in here, because we're both sides are black and white. The armor may be different, but we're the same color. So I kept shooting my own guys.
Still moving. Defense is online.
I need to turn the voices up, that's for sure. I want to hear their bickering or their communication. Sounds like my cat's hungry. He's attacking the door. My cat can reliably open the door. He's too smart. Cats are awesome. I'm definitely a dog person, but cats are awesome. I appreciate their intelligence. They very much learn. I actually have them trained to where I can take them out with my dog, with no leash. So he plays in the yard with the dog, and then when it's time to go inside, I say, hey, let's go inside, and they both go inside. So yeah, don't underestimate the intelligence of animals. They are very intelligent. Lots of happening right now. That was Aiden Versio. And Boba Fett. Yeah, we got them both. And then that's pretty much it. I don't need to watch the rest. Yep. Star Wars is still awesome. I was gonna play the first which one is it? Do I have it on my list up here? I do not. I can show you all my Star Wars games. And as you can see, the search bar still works. And you can see all your Star Wars games. This one is what I was gonna play, but I'm already playing Tomb Raider, the remaster edition. It's both fun and awful experience, but it's awesome to see the progression because especially from the first game to the second game, massive improvement. The gameplay's much better, but the devs are assholes. Oh my gosh, there's no autosave. So if your save is on the previous level and the devs put a instant death when you least expect it and you die, you go back to that save. There is no, okay, well, I guess I just need to restart the level. No, you're going back. It's awful. Oh my gosh. And then some of the mechanics are definitely outdated. Even with the modern touch-up, it's outdated. Man, I definitely I will be playing it again for sure when I feel nostalgic like this. I want to play through all of it though, because I never got into the Tomb Raiders. But yeah. Other than the new ones, of course. I played the reboot the reboot Tomb Raiders, which I love. I love all three of them. 2 is my favorite. But yeah, I love all 3. Yeah, I guess that's it. I don't really have any political updates. I'm always talking about my blue sky. That if you want my political takes at the moment, that's where I post after thinking about all the information that's in my head. I try to make a cohesive argument. Yeah, things aren't looking good in the country, but I think that's actually a good thing. I believe that this is the last grasp of power that they're holding on to, and they are pulling or choking hard on the power. I do believe that there is going to be some sort of violent fight. I don't know how big it's going to be. My estimation right now is that there will be a battle over DC because I don't see them leaving. But as far as being a full-blown civil war, it's hard to say. I would say there's definitely going to be skirmishes all over, for sure. But would it be a civil war where states are fully divided and it's a full-blown conflict that's going to mess up the country for years? I do not know that. But with the ICE facilities everywhere and the concentration camps, I do see those who are loyal to power are going to fight to keep it. But we have a lot on our side. We do. We have a lot of people power, and we have a lot of military that have been discriminated. So we shall see what happens. It's not looking good in our country. We need to win this November, these midterms. We need to win, and we need to win heavily. Even with the redistricting battle, we need to win. And I think we will win, because even MAGA is being split right now, which is good, because they're realizing that racism doesn't equal money in their pockets. So hopefully that is another bonus to us. I won't say anymore. I think because I'm thinking on top of my head, and I don't like doing that. which is my problem with reaction channels, because it's, let me read the news and then the first thing that comes to my head instead of doing deep research. So I will leave it at that and consume more news and be miserable.